Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome everyone for this session. My name is Rahul Chheda, your trainer. We will be starting with the session in a minute. I'll be sharing my screen. If you all are able to see my screen, just put yes in the chat box. Thank you so much everyone for the response in the chat box. Very much required for our interactivity during the session. So today we are on the last part of the PowerPoint training. We are going to look at the slideshow options, where once you have created your entire presentation, then you are going to present it to the audience. And when you're going to present it, you're going to use the option which is called slideshow. So when you want to do the slideshow, you can use the slideshow tab here, and you have the button on the left side which is called from the beginning. So we can click on the button from the beginning, or you can also use the shortcut key, where on our keyboard at the top you have the function keys which starts from F1 till F12, wherein you have the F5 key which you can press, which will start your presentation from the beginning. So as you click on this button or press F5 key, you will see the slideshow will start. As you click or you press the down arrow key or the right arrow key, or you press enter on your keyboard, you will see the slide will change. Left click on the mouse or press enter key on the keyboard, or press right arrow key or press down arrow key. This will change the slide for you. As you press escape, you will come back to the normal view of the PowerPoint. You have the another option which is called from current slide. So wherever you have stopped your presentation from slideshow, you can press the keys Shift F5 on the keyboard to start the presentation at the same place where you stopped it, or you can press this option which is here, the button which is called as start from this slide. The same option is available on the right side bottom of your screen, which is also called as slideshow. If you click on that also, the same slide which is visible on the screen will start. Escape will make you come back onto the normal screen. After this, there is one more option which is there, which we will see, that is called as the presenter view. That is called as the presenter view. So to activate that, on your keyboard, you have to press Ctrl Alt F5. Or if the keys does not work, then you can right click on this and select show presenter view. When you do that, you will see the show presenter view will open. This view which is there, it helps you to manage your presentation while you're presenting. So here the big screen which is there, that will be the projection which will happen on for the audience. And on the right side, the small slide what you see, that is the next slide which is going to come up. So when you are in the presenter view option, you are able to see which side is going to come next. And it is really helpful for you while presenting, that how you can manage the entire timing of the presentation. So when you press escape, you come back to the normal view. So when you are on the slideshow, you can right click on the screen and select show presenter view. And when you do this, you will see the big screen which shows to the audience, and on the right side you will see the next slide which is going to come. Below the next slide you have the notes area. So whichever is the current slide which is displayed for the audience, there you will see the notes related to that. So currently there are no notes here for this slide. So if any notes, you can definitely use that notes for you. This view, what you are seeing right now, it is only visible to you, not to the audience. Audience will be only seeing this screen, which is for them. Then in here, we also have the option of using the pen or laser pointer. So you have this pen or laser pointer option. So you can select that, and you will see that your mouse cursor turns into a laser pointer. So this is to attract attention of the audience to a particular point by using the laser pointer. It becomes very easy for the audience to identify that what you are trying to point out. Then you also have another option which is called pen. So when you select a pen, the icon, it will be a small dot, and if you want to highlight anything, you can just use that with the mouse cursor. You can highlight the values as well. That is the pen option. In that you have another option which is called highlighter. You can choose that as well. So the icon will change, and this you can highlight the text which is available here on the screen. So highlighter is there. So this is to point out something specific on it. You can just use the highlighter. You can also change the color of these. You have the ink colors for both pen and for the highlighter. So whichever is active at that point of time can be changed the color for that. So you have that. If you want to erase it, you can use the erase option. Specific thing, if you want to erase, you can use the eraser, and you'll see that eraser will come and it will wipe off that thing. And you have the option of erase all also together. Erase all ink on the slide. You can click and everything will be erased, whatever annotations we have done. You have the arrow options, automatic, visible, hidden. So if you don't want to show your arrow, you can use the hidden option. So my mouse cursor, which will be there, it will get hidden for the audience. So right now we keep it as automatic. Then you have the option of see all slides. So in between the presentation, if you require to jump to some particular slide and you want to show something specific on the another slide which is there, so you have the see all slide options. So when you click on that, all the slides will be visible, and you can just select that particular slide and it gets displayed at the same time. So you have this option of selecting a particular slide, and that slide gets immediately presented to the main screen. Then we have the option of zoom. If I want to zoom a particular part in the slide, I can use this zoom option, and this box will come. So whichever part I want to zoom, I will just move this mouse cursor to that area and then click on it. Only that part will be zoomed, which is there. So when you click back here onto the zoom button, it will come back to normal. So click on the zoom option and you can select a particular area in this slide, and that only part will be zoomed. And when you want to get back to the normal, just click back onto zoom out. Then many times when you are interacting with the audience, you are looking at something where you want to have the interaction without any slide to be shown on the screen. Before you display anything onto the screen, you want to have a word with the audience. So at that point of time, if you want to make the screen blank, you can use the blank screen option. So the entire screen becomes blank, Very easy way you can just use these options. What we are seeing now here, nowadays we get the remotes. On the remote also you have this option. So if you are standing far away from the laptop and you don't want to move yourself to the laptop while you're presenting, you can use those remotes which are there, and all these options are also available on the remote as well. Then you have a new option which is about the subtitles, what we have. So you can see the subtitle options, the captions which will come. So you can see now on the screen as I go on speaking, it shows the captions related to what I speak here. So many times in the presentations, if people want to show that whatever I'm speaking, it should be also showing the captions. So this is the way we can on the caption option, and it will show all the things onto the caption area. Very easy way to utilize this option of captions. Interesting way, like if I want to show something onto the screen that is a text about my presentation, people can read it. If they are not able to hear me clearly, this would be a fantastic option. You can also click back here and switch it off, so it will go away. You also have the camera options. If you want to use that, you can use that. There are 3 dots here to have more options. Last viewed, hide presenter view, screen. If you want to make it blank, black screen, white screen, same options available here as well. Subtitle settings, which we saw right now, wherever you want to place that subtitle, bottom, top, or you want to overlay it onto the screen, that you can utilize as well. Pallavi, this is not a PDF, it's a PowerPoint slide. So here we are going to work with the slideshow settings, which we are looking at. So this is the presenter view. In the presenter view, you also have something on the left-hand side corner, that how much time you're spending on a particular slide. That is on the left side. And on the right side, you will see the current time which is going on right now. So when you're presenting it, you are able to see that how much time you are spending on each slide. So if you are rehearsing the entire presentation, you can mark the timing with the help of these tools. We're also going to see that which are the other tools which will help. So press escape and come out of this. After this, we have one more interesting option, which is called custom slideshow. Now, in the entire presentation, what you have created, you will have so many slides to present. But let's say out of those slides, few slides which are there, you want to play it automatically. And before you actually start the presentation, you want to show them these slides before the presentation. So out of the entire presentation, you can select a few of the slides as a custom show, and that can be run on a loop automatically. It will just go on playing that. So here you will see custom slideshow. Click on it, select custom shows, and here you will see the custom show box will come. You will click on new. As you click on new, your entire presentation list of slides will be there in the left side box. Here at the top, you see the slideshow name option. If you want to give the name to this custom show, you can give it. So right now we keep it as it is. We are not just giving any new name to it. And from the entire list, I can select particular slides. Let's say the first 4 slides we select. And then once you have selected the checkboxes of the slides which you want to put in the custom slideshow, then you have the add button. You can click on add. It will add all these 4 slides here. And in between the slides also, if you want to rearrange them, you can do by using the up option. And if you want to remove anything, you can also click on the remove option. Once this is done, you can just click on OK. And you will see that custom show is over here. So you can select it and click on show. You will see that only the 4 slides will be there in the slideshow. So this is how we can create a custom show. I'll repeat the steps to how to create the custom show. So you go to the slideshow. There is a slideshow tab. In that slideshow tab, you have the option of custom slideshow. Click on it and select the custom shows. Click on that. A box will open. In this box, you will see there is a new button. Click on new, and then you will see an entire list of the slides of your presentation. You can select them. Select the number of slides you want to show, and then click on add. It will get added here on the right. Then click OK. So there is custom show 2 available. I can select it and click on show. So I can only see those slides which are there in that custom show. You can also go to the custom slideshow option and you can see both the custom shows which we have created are present here. Whichever you want to present it, you can just click on that, and only that show will be showing in the slideshow. Only those number of slides will be presented, only which are there in the custom show. So that is one very interesting option which we can utilize. So everyone explore this option which we have seen the beginning, current slide. Then we have seen the presenter view and the custom slideshow. Once you have done this, exploring these options, then just put done in the chat box. Then we will do the next steps. Everyone is able to do this. the slideshow options from beginning, from current slide, then custom slideshow. Once you are done that, you just put done in the chat box. So after that, we'll move ahead and see more options. If any queries related to this, what we have seen now, you can ask the questions. You can post your question into the chat box. Okay, I'll just repeat briefly what we have done. So we are working on this slideshow options. So once you have completed creating your entire slideshow, then it is required to present it. So as a presenter, you should know these options, how to operate the slideshow. And when you go to the slideshow tab, you will see here you have the options where the key for starting the presentation from the beginning, which is you can press the F5 key on the keyboard, which will start your presentation. So when you press F5, and then you can use your mouse key or your keyboard to change the slides. So that is how you work on the slideshow. Now let's say in between you have press escape key and you are in between your presentation just for a discussion purpose. So you have come out of the slideshow. Then what you're going to do is you're going to work on the slideshow. When you want to restart the slideshow, what you will do is you will press Shift F5 to resume your slideshow presentation. Shift F5 to resume your slideshow presentation. That is the second part. The third is you want to open the presenter view. So you will press on your keyboard Alt F5 to start the presentation view, which will show you this presenter view. And the presenter view which is there, it allows you to see the slide which is running for the audience, which is the big screen what you see here. And on the right, you see the next slide which is going to come. So this presenter view is only visible to you on your laptop, but on the screen, only the main slide which is presented, which will be there. Now in this, you have on the left side of the main screen, you have the timing, that how much time you're spending on each slide, you can see that. So if you have prepared accordingly that, okay, on this particular slide, you're going to spend this much time, you will be able to see that timing, as well as on the right side, you will see the current time which is there. So that is the clock which is going to show you that. Then below this slide, you have the other options. You have the pen. In the pen, you have the laser pointer. So if any specific point you want to show in your slide using the pointer, you can use that. You also have the option of pen. When you choose that, you can also underline the values by using the mouse key. You also have the option of highlighter. If you want to highlight anything, you can use the highlighter also. Using the mouse, you can just highlight something. If you're using a stylus pen, if you have a touchscreen laptop, you can definitely use this as well. You can change the color of the inks if you have to, then you can use that for that highlighter as well. And if you want to erase all of these, you have the erase option. You can erase them by using the eraser, or you can use the erase all option. So everything will be removed from the slide which you have highlighted. Then we have the option of seeing all slides at together. This is similar to our slide sorter view. So when you click here, all these slides are visible at once. And if you want to jump in between to any other slides, you can just select that slide and it will come there. So click on that. You are able to select a particular slide. Then you have a zoom option. So if you want to zoom a particular part of the slide, you can just click on it and it will get zoomed. Click back on the zoom option, it will go out of that area. And if you want to hide the slide, like if you are communicating with the audience for a specific thing where you want the entire attention of the audience on you, then you are going to just blank the screen by using the blank screen option. So for temporary time, the entire screen will become black. So you can click back on it and it will come back to the normal. Then you have the option of captions. Nowadays, we do a lot of online presentations. So if you want to use the captions, we can do that. So when you click on this, this will start showing you the captions onto the slideshow as well. So right now, my captions are visible below my slide. And the technology is so powerful that once it has recognized your voice, the sync will be perfect. And if you are speaking it very clearly, you will see that entire text which is coming will be correctly spelled and the sentences would be correct. So this is how you can utilize this caption option, which is very interesting and very effective while you want to present something on the slideshow. If you want to switch off the captions, click back on the same option. And if you want to on a video, you can do that as well. Then you have the same options available here in this three dots available here. And when you press escape key, you will come back to the normal. Then we have the custom slideshow option. Here we can create a specific slideshow by selecting few slides out of this. So then you have to choose the custom show option. A box will come. In this box, you can click on the new button and another box will come where at the top you can give a new name to your slideshow. And from the slides listed here, you can select the particular slides you want to display. And once you have selected it in the checkboxes, you can click on add. That will get added here on the right side. And if you want to rearrange them, you can also choose the up option. If you want to remove anything, you can use the remove button and then click OK. You will see that custom show 3 is also created here. If you want to show them, you can just click on this and click on show button and the slideshow will be there. It will be only for these 3 slides which it will present, not all of them. So in the custom show option, you will see now 3 custom shows are there. Whichever you want to display, you can just click on it and that will be presented to the audience. It's a very simple way to do this. It's a very interesting thing, very useful when specific slides you want to display. Apart from this, we have a very, very interesting option. Like if you are going to practice your presentation, what you have created before you actually do the real presentation to the audience, you can rehearse it with a coach. Now, what this option is all about? This option is going to help you check all the things which are there in your presentation. That is how much time you spend, how you are speaking, how you are going to use this slide in your presentation, it is going to mark up all the things and it will give you a small report about your practice, what you have done. So you can going on improving by using the Rehearse Coach option. So let's click on it. So I'm going to click here, Rehearse Coach. If you want to delete a custom show, you can do that as well. Let's close this first. So in the custom show, you can just go back to the custom shows, select any show which is there, and you can click on remove. So when you click on remove, that show will be deleted. Okay, let's come to the Rehearse Coach. So we click on the Rehearse Coach option. And then it is going to ask me that start rehearsing, show real-time feedback. This has to be checked on. So let's click here, start rehearsing. So it has started copying my voice here. Whatever I'm doing it is going to check for it. If I do anything different into my presentation while I'm speaking, it is going to check for all of them. Like there are called as fillers. If I'm doing like a lot of fillers, if I'm having a particular sound like all, then it is going to check for it. And it is going to tell me all these small mistakes which I do in my presentation while I'm doing this. And I want to change the slide and I want to show this different colors which are there. And this colors which are there are soft colors, which are also called as Pantone. Let's go to the next slide. So these are other colors. These are called as Wellspring colors in the Pantone entire range of colors. These colors are given different names to it. They also have the codes which can be used to find out in your PowerPoint when you want to select a particular color. And here you can see on this flower, they have used these Pantone colors. So it used very effectively. So once I've done with my rehearsal, then I can just select that and press escape to come out of this. There's a pause button, I can do that. So once I press escape on the slideshow, you can see the report is generated and how much time did I took, it will tell me all that. So it will show me that total time spent is 1 minute and 34 seconds. I used 4 slides in the rehearsed. Then what was my pace? Your pace is just right, keep it up. So the pace of my voice, what I speak, that has to be there. Then see, I had used a filler. So to sound more polished and confident, try to avoid using filler words, pause, or take a breath to relax. Some filler words to avoid are So this is what I did a mistake while speaking. So when I do this, I can really check on these small little things and help improve my presentation. Then it says your average pace over time for the words what I speak per minute. So from 0 to, you can see above 100 words per minute I speak in my presentation. Then as you go down, it will say repetitive language, nice work. Your variety of word choice will help keep your audience engaged. So if there are more repetitive words, then it is going to also put me that. Then it say inclusiveness, great job. Your use of inclusiveness language was excellent. Pitch, low pitch variation will make your audience lose interest. Try increasing the tone for your key points. So we should have the tone of our voice up and down. It is On the monotone, then it will go down. Monotone means you are very low sounding, then it will go downwards. The graph, you will see that it will go in that white patch, which is monotone. So we have to have a good pitch of voice up and down to practice our entire first presentation which is there. Then the originality, you avoid reading slide text aloud. That's good for keeping the audience engaged with your message. This is a very important point where, when you're presenting on the slide, most of the things are already there on the slide, which the audience can read it. So we don't require that to read for them. Apart from there, whatever point is mentioned on the slide, if you want to discuss about it, you can discuss with the audience on that, or you can add more and more points which are there. So this option which is there, which is called as Rehearse with Coach, everyone try this option. Then we'll start with the next option. Once you have done seeing this option, just put done in the chat box. And this version which I'm using, that is Microsoft Office 2021. So this Rehearse Coach option is available in Office 2021, and also it is available on your Office 365 subscription version, that you can see this option as well. So it's a new option which has come up. It's a very good option to work with. I'll repeat one more time, the Rehearse Coach option. So wherever you are, from where you want to start the presentation, you be there. No, it's not free Office 21. You have to buy a license for it. It's a lifetime copy license what you get for it. So you can buy it from the Microsoft Store. You can go it, or any local vendor you can ask for this to add. Or you can buy an Office 365 subscription version. There also this option is available. Now let's click on the Rehearse Coach. This is in the Slideshow tab. So when you click on this Rehearse Coach, on the right side bottom, you will see a small box will be there. So it will say, see live feedback as you rehearse. So it will show that as well. If you don't want to see the live feedback, you can just uncheck this as well. Right now, we'll keep it on selected because we want to see that what it is also trying to tell us while we are rehearsing. So let's click on start rehearsing. As I click on start rehearsing, it will start recording my voice, what I'm presenting, as well as how much time I'm spending on each slide. It is going to tell me that as well. So let's click on start rehearsing. So it has started recording my voice for this presentation, and this presentation is all about the color of the year 2022. Let's go to the next slide, and the presentation, it talks all about the Pantone color, and we have a variety of Pantone colors available, and we're going to see that what are these different colors and how to use them, how to identify these colors, that we'll see. As you can see, it is also suggesting me that I have to fluctuate the pitch of my voice, sometimes low, sometimes very high, so that I can give that good texture over my voice. So let's come to the next slide. Here we can see these soft colors which are visible. They are for different shades of colors. Like nowadays, we use a lot of soft colors, and you can see these different colors which are available, and they are also named. Different names are there, like burnished lilac, lotus, muted clay, and each of the colors has a code for it. So when you are working on the presentation and you want to select a particular, you can use these codes which are there to get that same shade to be used in applying those colors. Let's go to the next slide and see more colors here. Balancing act. And we have this another shade of list, which is called Wellspring in the Pantone family of colors. These are all fantastic warm colors, what we see. And you can see this image, the color shades are applied on this. So once I've done this, and I want to close the presentation, I'll just click on the slideshow and then press escape, and it will close it. Now it has quickly analyzed the entire presentation, what I did, and now it is giving me the report about it. So it says summary, good job rehearsing, keep up the hard work. And here it says pace. So what was my pace of the speech? It is 128 words per minute. So your pace is just right. Keep it up. Fillers. It says if you are having any fillers, then you have to avoid, like that will be there. If you have to avoid it, you need more practice. Your average pace, that's the same what it has shown here above. And you can see that graph, it shows that how up and down the pace is varying. And then it says repetitive language, nice work. Your variety of word choice will help keep audience engaged. That's the same thing what it is saying right now to me. Inclusiveness, great job, your inclusive language. Originality, learn more. So as you click on learn more, it will go to the website and give you more details about that. But we don't want to see that. If you want to rehearse again, you can click on the rehearse again button as well. It's a very interesting feature to work with. So till here we have seen these features. Let's look at one more interesting stuff, which is called as setup slideshow. Setup slideshow has options like if you want to use this slideshow in different situations, like browsed by an individual window. Nowadays you have seen a lot of the screens are available, touch screen on various locations, wherein if you have created the presentation using PowerPoint to display that onto these kind of screens, then you can use this setup show to play them automatically onto the screens. So browsed by an individual window, browse at a kiosk for full screen. These all options should be selected. So right now we don't have any those kind of options to be selected, so we don't do that. Then you have an option which is called as loop. So if a presentation which is there, you want to keep it on loop, then you can select the loop option. So when I click here on the loop, and on the right side, I can choose which slide should be kept on loop. Like we had created a custom show. So if you want to mark some slides from which number to which number, you can do that. If you want to keep it all slides, you can do that as well. If you want to select a custom show, which is there, so from the drop down, you can choose any of them. So let's select custom show 3. Then use timings. If there are any timings which are recorded onto that, that can be used, or it can be done as manual. We'll keep it as use timings, whatever is there. And automatic slideshow monitor, and use presenter view if you want to. Otherwise, we can keep it as it is. So now this loop which will be there till the time you don't press escape key, this will go on loop and it will play continuously. So let's click OK. And as we go to the custom slideshow here and select custom show 3, you will see that it is going to go on continuous basis because this is on click. So as you go on clicking, it will just go on playing this on loop. It will not exit from the slideshow till the time I click on escape. So as I click on escape, then it will come out of this. So if I want to keep it as automatic onto this slideshow which is there, then I need to put certain things. So on the slideshow, that is the custom slideshow. If you go back and check this in the custom slideshow, if you click on edit, you will see that these 3 slides are there, which are the slides which are here, which are available. This is amusements, and use these colors in any PowerPoint. These are the 3 slides which are there. So if I want to work with these slides, then I will come here into my slides. So amusements, this and this. So if I want to give them a certain time, so let's click on this slide and go to transitions. And here we'll say it after. So it should not be on click. It should be like changing after 3 seconds. Selecting the next one. Also, we apply a transition to it. Let's say morph. Here also we apply morph. And let's select the last one. This also should be after 3 seconds to change. So you give the time here. And then you select the next one. Select morph. And here we make it after and make it after 3 seconds. Okay, so this we have set only for these 3 slides which are there in our custom show. Now let's go to the slideshow tab and click on the custom slideshow and select custom show 3. After 3 seconds, this should change. No, it's not changing. Let's create one more slideshow. Let's edit that same one. So we'll remove all of these and reselect the slides which we did right now. Let me check the number. Close. So we did it on 4, 5, and 6. So let's come here. Let's add a new one. And click on new. And we select 4, 5, and 6. Add. Click OK. And close this. And then we go to slide setup. And the loop which we have kept, we'll just change this to slideshow 3. I think that new which has come is 1. Custom show 1 and click OK. Let's play this. So now I'm not going to click anything. It has to change automatically. So after every 3 seconds, the slide is going to change. And it will be on loop continuously now. You can see that automatically the first slide has come. So after every 3 seconds, the slide is going to change, and it is on a loop now on the slideshow, as we have used the setup slideshow option to make this custom show on a loop. So this particular option can be used for making your slideshows on continuous loop till the time you press escape key on the keyboard. This will go on running on loop. I want everyone to try this. Once you have tried this option, just put done in the chat box. Then we'll see some more interesting options. So everyone do this. So this is a presentation which I picked up from the Microsoft Office, where they have created this presentation for the Pantone colors. So balancing act is the theme name of these colors which is given. So you can see all these soft colors which are there, and the color family which is called as Pantone, and they have these different numbers which are there. So for example, if you are going to your home tab, and you will see, let's add a shape here. So when you come here and create a shape here, you will see these colors which are there. These are all Pantone colors. So this entire series is called the Pantone colors. And if you want to select a particular toning, you have to go to the design tab. In the design tab, when you go, not in the design tab, in the view tab, when you go to the slide masters. In the slide masters, you have these colors. In the colors, you can see these different shadings which are there. This entire range is there where these colors are selected. So you can also go to the customize color options, where you can see the entire theme of colors which is presented here, which is there. And this particular theme of color Pantone which is there, it is already there in the presentation. So we don't have anything specific list to choose here, because that is a separate thing which is there. In that they have used it. So we are also able to access that. So in this list, I don't have a separate Pantone option, But yes, whichever colors you are selecting, you can see that in the list of the colors what you have. So when you click on this and you go to shape format, and when you go to shape fill option, you will see the normal colors which are here. And when you go to more fill colors, you will see this custom color options, and you see these codes are there. So in these codes, what you see, they are for a particular color. So if you type in a code from this, let's say we type in another color, let's say that is D29381, enter. So as you enter, you can see that the same color which is here is applied over here. So these are already there inbuilt in the system. You just need to put that code in the color and you get that color which is there. So there is no separate tab here to show what are the Pantone shades, but we can definitely use the color combination. So as you choose any color, you will see that code in the hex will come here, and that is the color code. If the color which is selected is correct for you, then you can just note down that code which is there. So every time whenever you want to reuse that same color code, you can definitely put this code back into this, and that color will be generated. And then you can just click on OK. So that color will get applied onto that. So this is a very interesting way you can work with the color combinations if you have something more to do with colors. Let's come back to the slideshow. In the slideshow, if all these slides which are there while you're presenting it, if any of the slides you want to hide, you can just select that slide, and here there is a hide slide option. You can just click on that as well. So that while you're presenting it, that slide will not come. So I need to first stop this loop, because the time when I present it, that will come again and again. So when I do my presentation and when I do it, it will skip that slide. It will come to this slide directly, which is there. So that slide 3 of this colors will be hidden. Let's say I hide this also, right click and hide slide as well. So you can see that a cross mark comes and this becomes a little dim. It does not have the actual color scheme of it. So when you start the slideshow, you will see that those hidden slides will not be presented. Those 2 slides which I have hidden, they will not be presented. So it's a very handy option that currently you don't want to show these slides in the presentation, but future you want to use them. So you can use this hide option as well. You can click back on the slide and click on the hide option. It will get unhide, and then it can be showed into the presentation. Then as we have seen, rehearse with coach, similar to that, if you are only going to rehearse with timings, then you can use the option of rehearse with timing. So as I click on that, on the left side corner, it starts recording the time, how much time I'm going to spend on each of the slide. It is going to do count that. So as I press next, I'm on to the next slide. This is the introduction slide, which is there. Then we have the balancing act slide, which shows all the colors of the Pantone family. Then we have the next one, which is the another range of shades, which is called as Wellspring. And from that Wellspring, we have used this color palette to show this flower. We have the another, which is called the star of the show. And we have used that color scheme in this slide as well. So whatever number of seconds I have spent on each slide, it is going to record it. Let's press escape. As you press escape, it is going to show you a message here. It says the total time for your slideshow was 51 seconds. And do you want to save this timings? So then click yes. Now to see the timings what we have spent on each slide, we go to the slide sorter. So on the right side bottom, you have the slide sorter view. You can click on that. And below each slide on the right side corner, you will see the timings will be there. The first slide is 12 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 3, 5, 4, 5, 13. So this way it will record the time. The last 3 slides we have not used in the timing. Before that, we closed our slideshow. So you can see only the timings are visible on that slides which we had done the slideshow and recorded it. So that's the rehearse timing. Similar to that, you have another option, record from the slide. So if you want to create a video of your presentation while you are practicing it, you can record it. So click on the record option and you can see from the current slide or from beginning. So you can click on from beginning and it will ask you get started. It will show you what all things you can do with this, and it's a very interesting thing to work with all these options. So you can just click on next. Once you got it, you are able to show all this thing. Add notes or the scripts. You can do that. Till the time I don't click on play, this is not going to start recording. So once I do that, it will allow me to record. So here is the slide which is down here, and start the video preview. So whatever is recorded, it will start the video preview of it. So right now there is nothing what we have recorded, so there is nothing to preview. So here is the start button. On all slides. It also records my camera, but I don't have the camera on for my side. It will also record my voice while it's doing it. And as I click on this, it will change the slide. Go on changing the slide, showing different slides here which are there. I can just go on doing it. It will show me all the things which are here onto these slides. So you can, while presenting, also add notes if you want. Here you can click and you can start typing. If you want, you can just go on doing that in the recording as well. Once I've done it, I can just click on stop recording. Once I do stop recording, it will give me a playback here at the bottom. So click on the play. It will show the entire slide, so which is there. So once that is done, you can click on the export and you can export the video which is there. That would be in the MP4 format, and you can click on export and the entire video will be exported. It's exporting my video. Using this option of record, you can add your voice into your PowerPoint presentation, and the entire thing can be recorded as a video. So with your presentation, PowerPoint presentation, you will have the video as well. So I can view the video. So it will come with my voice, and the presentation would be there. So I'll just see that, okay, changing slides. So here your voice can be recorded in this option, and you can export this as a video, and it will be allowed. So if you want to go back to that, you can just go back to the record option. You can start from the place you want. If you don't want to show your video, you can just switch off the video. If you want to show it, you can show with that as well. You have the voice. If you want to record your voice, this mic is there already, and you can just start from where you want to start the recording, from all slides, or you want to start from a particular current slide. You can choose that as well. This is the edit option. You can see all these slides are there. If you want to go and edit back, you can edit your slide as well. This all thing is recorded here in this. If you want to remove something, you can remove that also. So every slide which you will go on, you will see this boxes are there, which is video recorded. Everywhere, this is the sound which will be placed on each slide, which is there. If you want to delete this box which is coming in, then just delete that. That's a video part which is there. On each of the slides, it would be there. So it is a sound and all recorded. Clear all, you can do that. Clear all narrations on all slides. So it will remove everything onto the slides. So this is also very useful feature to work with. Everyone try this option. After that, you have tried it, just put done in the chat box. Till here, everyone is clear on the slideshow settings. If you have any questions, you can ask. Very simple options, what we have seen, very much useful. Now let's come to the review tab. In the review tab, we have an option called comments. If you want to do the comments, you can just click on new comment. This particular option of comments helps you to put the comments to a related slide which is there. Like if you wanted to do something more onto this slide, then you can definitely give the comments here that all okay on this slide. You can just post it, that comment will be there. Let's say if you go to a particular slide where you wanted to add a comment and you wanted the person who is working with you on the same presentation should be working on this particular slide to enhance it. So you can ask the person using this comment, you can add the comment, you can ask a question that do something related to the text, change the, let's say change the text and the image on the slide. So we can put the text over here, and once this text is typed, you can just post it. So this text will be there, and the person who is working on this with you, they can check the message and do it. So this will not be visible on the presentation when you are doing it, but it's a handy option. You can see that a small icon comes on the slide. This small icon, you can just move it here onto that place where the mark is there. So you can see that, and you can see here show comments. You can show the comment pane which is here. So on the right side you will see the pane as well. So that icon is there on the slide which will depict that there are comments which are there for these slides. So comment option is very useful. You can work with the comments. You can see on the left side area, that is the slide pane, you can see the comment on whichever slide is there. You can see that icon of comment will be visible, so that you can identify easily that this particular slide is having a comment, and you can go and check on that slide what is the comment on that. So show comment option is here at the top. You can use them. Show markup on that, show advanced markup which is there. So if you do that, it will also show that icon visible over here. So very simple ways to work with the comment options also. Then we come to the next part, which is the view tab. Here in the view tab, we have this normal view, which is right now visible. Then the next one is the outline view. So when you click on the outline view, it will show you in the slides pane the entire content of the presentation which is there for each of the slides. So that is the outline view, where you can see your each slide text content which is there, that is visible to you. And then you have the slide sorter, which we have already seen. So this is the slide sorter view that you can use to see all the slides at once. And this is a very handy option which shows you timing, slide numbers, and which slide is having animations or transitions. That will be visible here as well. Then we have the notes page. In the notes page, for each slide, if you want to write anything notes, you can write it here as well. In the normal view, we have seen the notes we are adding at the bottom by clicking on this button. This is the notes. So here also, here you can add notes. So whatever notes you're going to add, whatever notes you add here, that will also be visible on the notes page. You can see that below the slide, I have the notes. So that is the notes you can add up on each slide. When you go, you can also, go to each of these slides, which is here. And you can see that text is added and that will be printed. So if you want to print this, you can print this as well. Then you have the reading view. This is similar to your slideshow. You can see your slideshow on this as well. So that's the reading view. Then you have the slide master. We have seen the slide master. We have worked with the slide master, creating our own slide. That also we have seen. So whenever you click on slide master, a new tab opens up and all these options related to slide master comes. Then you want to close it. You can click on close master view. You can do that. Then you have the next option, that is the handout master. In the handout master, you can decide that how your handouts of the entire presentation should be printed. So you have the handout orientation. You want it portrait, that is the vertical, or you want it as a landscape, depending on what kind of slides and how you want to print it. Then you have the slide size. If you want to mention that, by default, it is whatever is there. We will keep it as it is, 16:9. Then on each page, how many slides you want. If you want that each slide should be printed single slide for each page, you can keep it that way. You can select 2 slides per page. You can see those placeholders will be visible accordingly. You can choose 3 slides. On the right side, you can see if any notes are there, those will be visible with that as well. So as you manage that, it will display according to that. Then you can see, let's say if you have selected these 3 slides and this header, footer, date, page number, this all will be there according to the settings what we have done. You can select that. So page number and dates are already there. If you want to type anything in the header, you can type it. You can give presented by. You can put that name as well if you want to add it. So header will be showing that also. Once this is done, you can close the master view and you can go to the file tab and print. You can see that the printing option, the slides are available. Then in the print options here, you can choose up. So here you can see these different options available: print all slides, print current slide, custom range. You can choose a custom range if you want. If any particular slides, you can do that. That's the basic print options. Then you have the full page slide options where you can choose notes pages. If any notes pages are there, that you can see. As you select these options, you will see that you will have the different page layouts. So as I change my page numbers, you can see if there are any notes below it, it will display that as well. You can see here there are notes, so this gets printed also. So I can choose that from here. 3 slides, as we have seen, you can see this will come here. So as you go from the page 1, you can see all these are there. So you get that additional lines. If the audience want to write something on that, they can do that as well. So you have different options available to print. You can do that as well. Whatever you want to add up, you can do that. So these are very interesting options to work with. I'll show it one more time, these options. So we have the first option, which is a normal view. Normal view is what we work on continuously. Then you have the outline option. Outline option will show you all your text which is there on the left side, which is there on each slide, so that it will show. Then you have the slide sorter view. In the slide sorter view, all slides will be visible at once. So you can see all the slides together. Then you have notes page. In the notes page, you will have one part will be your slide, and below that you will have the notes page where you can see the slides which you have. Below that, you can add notes to that. The same option, the notes, what we have seen in the normal view, below the slide, you have the notes pane. There also you can add the notes. You can see this area which is available. So here at the bottom, you have this button of notes. You can on and off this area of notes by using that button. You can also adjust this by on the edge. You will see that two-headed arrow. Left click and drag up and down. You can adjust the area of that as well. Then you have the notes page, and then you have the reading view. Reading view is like your slideshow only. So similar to that it is. And then you have slide master. Slide master we have seen in detail, creating the theme and all. So that is there. Close slide master view. Then we have the next one, which is your handout master. Handout master is basically for setting up the print thing for your entire presentation, which is there, where you can choose the orientation, portrait or landscape. And accordingly, you can choose the slides per page, which is there. So one slide you want to print, or you want to print multiple slides on the page, you can choose that. So accordingly, the size of the slides will be adjusted on the page, and you can do that. And header, footer, whatever you want to display, that will be there on the corners of the page. Once that is done, you can just click close, and you can go back to file tab and select print. You can see that if you are choosing the slide or different options, you can choose from there how it will be set. So the type of orientation I have chosen, it will show me that we have chosen the horizontal one. So that's why it is showing me everything in the horizontal view. So it's a useful option if you want to do print things. Then we go to view tab back. Notes master. Here, if you are working with the notes part only, then for that also you can manage it. You have the orientation for notes. You can choose that. How you want to display it. You can also select header, footer, anything is there that can be managed. So here it is saying click to edit master style titles. If you have anything, you can do that. But we don't have anything to do it with the earlier, which is their setup, that we can choose it. So hardly the note master you need to do anything. Most of the times you can do it with the previous one which we did. That was the handout master. That's a fantastic way to work with notes and the slide board together. So that will be very a handy option to work with. So we have seen that. So everyone explore this part of the options: normal, outline, slide sorter, notes pages, reading view, slide master, handout master, notes master. Till here, everyone check it. Once you have done it, then we do the next options. I hope you are all exploring these options. If you have any questions related to these options, you can definitely ask. We're going to look at some more options on this pane itself. So what I'm going to do I'm going to add up a new slide. I'll just change the layout. There's no blank layout available here. So in here, in the view tab, when you are preparing a slide, these are few things which we have already seen, but still we'll just look at. So if you want to see a ruler, you can select the ruler option. You have the grid line, which you will see dotted line boxes will come. This will help you to place the objects if you are working on a slide where you are placing multiple objects. So using grid lines can be helpful. If you don't want to use grid lines, you can use the guides. You can see the guides will be there. These also are visible when you are working without the guides, and that are also coming when you're working with multiple objects. So let's say, for example, we are using different shapes. I'm just duplicating this shape. And when I'm moving this shape from one place to another, you see the dotted line comes. These dotted lines are called as guides, and they come in handy when I want to arrange anything. Then the dotted lines really help. These are called as guides. So these guides really guide me to place the object in the right position at right level. You can see those dot lines are helping me. These are called guides. So if you want to use them, it will come automatically. But in the view tab, you also have the options of guide to see it. So the placement, what you do, that can be checked by using the guides as well. Or you can also use the grid lines. So the placement with the help of grid lines can be done by using them, putting at the place blocks at the right places, right positions. Very easy to manage them. So you can use them as well. You can on and off these by doing them. Clicking on the checkbox, you can do that. Now the next part is the zoom part. If you want to use the zoom, you can use the zoom. There is a fit option. Automatically it fits in. On the right side corner also you have the fit button, which will be handy. So let's say if I zoom this to 200%, so it is too much, and you click on the right side corner, you have the fit option. So if you click on that, it will come back to the normal. So that's the fit to window button here as well available. You can use that also. You have different options to zoom in, zoom out. You can click on fit window. Then you have multiple files open on your system. So let's say I'm opening multiple PowerPoints and I want to arrange them, see them. So click view, arrange all, and you can see all of them are arranged. So I can see all of them together if I have to work with multiple files on the same time. So click on the maximize, and then you can use the arrange all. You can see all of them will be visible together. When you come back, you can just click on the maximize button. It will come. Cascade is where it will overlay one above the other, all files, whichever you want to work on, you can just click on that and it will get activated. So that's the cascade option. You can use that as well. Then you have the move split option. So we'll see this arrow will come and you can use them as well. And you have switch window option. Then you can choose which window you want to work with. You can use by using the switch window option. So different options available to manage your entire presentations while you're working on. You can use that as well. So very, very interesting options we have seen, all these options which you have explored. So from this all things what we have seen till now in all different sessions, I would like to now give every one of you to ask questions related to any of the topics which we have done till now. So this time what we have now we'll spend on the Q&A for the PowerPoint. So any questions you have related to PowerPoint, you can ask me and we'll address that. So post it on the chat box and we'll work on that Q&A. The macros are basically you want to record certain steps, so you can use the macros. It is about something which you are doing repeatedly, then you can use that, recording those steps, and then you can apply it. So for example, let's go and select, this is the text what we have, and I want to format this text in a certain way, and that same thing I want to apply it multiple times. So let's go to View tab and select macros. So I don't have the option of recording here. It's only View tab, record. So if any macro is there, you can run that macro. It does not have any recording option. Basically, it's a coding thing. Any macro is there, I can run it. So we don't have that record option over here. So if any macro is there provided by some developer, you can run it and use that. The next question is, okay, so if you are working with shapes, let's say we have these shapes here and you have added text inside this. So we have adding text in shape. So once we have added text inside the shape, if you want to increase or decrease the size, first is you have to select the entire text. So you can press Ctrl A and select all the text which is there. You can go to Home tab and use the font size option to increase or decrease the text size. You can use these buttons also to increase or decrease the text size which is there inside the shape. Pawan, what do you exactly want to know about animation? So what you want to know about animations, you can tell me. So in animation, we have four types of animation. So when you select an object, you are able to see the animations. In the animations, when you go, you will see entrance animation, emphasis animation, and exit animation. And finally, you have the motion path. So all these different types of animations can be used to control your entire slide. You can make the presentation interactive by using the animations. If you apply any of the animations, just click on it, it gets applied to that object. You will see there one which is the object which is going to come first in the slide while you are presenting. So select it and then you can click on another. You will see that animation gets applied. Now you will see that 2 is there. Click on this next object. Click. Now this will show you 3. When you click here, you apply any other animation. It will show that 4. So when I do the slideshow and I click, I'll get the first box. When I click second, I get the second box. When I click third, and when I click one more, the fourth one. So this way I can have the animations on different objects. There are so many different animations available, which we can show here as well. Yes, please go on asking questions. This will help us to explore more options inside this application. We also have the options related to finding something which you want to find. Let's say this is the text which is available. So I want to change this. I want to find a text like shape. So there is a find option here. You can find that text which is available. So if you type text and then click on find next, it is going to search for that text inside this. You can see that it has highlighted that text. If there is any more, then it will go to that next one. As you go on clicking find next, it will find that text for you. So if anything specific you are searching inside this, you can see the last match we found. So that can be done and you can find the text with the help of find. So it is in the home tab, you have the find option. You can use it. So whichever text you type in, you can find it. So let's say I want to find pan. So as I click on find next, you can see that text gets highlighted. Find next, the number of same text which is available, it will go on finding it inside the entire presentation. And you can see this, it will go on checking. So if you want to add your voice, one which I had shown you, you can go into this slideshow and you can use the record option. So from this you can add your voice. The other way is you can go to your insert option and you have the audio. So click on the audio here and record audio. So when you click on record audio, it will show you this small box. You can give a name to your sound and then you can click on this record button. So as you click on the record button, it will start recording your voice. Once your recording is done, you can just click on the stop. So as you click stop and then click OK, on this slide, you will see this small icon will be there, this speaker icon. You click on play, you can see that your voice will be recorded. So on each slide, if you want a separate voice to be recorded, you can go there and play this option of insert record audio. You can record it. So that's the way you can do it. And the other way which I showed you, by going to slideshow and use the record option and record from beginning or current slide you can do. And as you will start this, you can choose here, the microphone is already there. It will record in the sync with your presentation slides. So that will be a very useful thing while you're doing this. And once you have recorded it, it will help you to make that entire recording as a video file so that you can export it by using the export option. So that is one other way you can do that. So two ways. I hope you got this option of recording the audio. Well, Pallavi, did you got this option? Okay. Then find, that is in the home tab. When you go, you can see there is a find option. You can also press Ctrl F to get this box of find. And you also have the replace option. So any text which you want to replace, like a pan, we want to replace it with something other text like can. I can select the find text, and then once it is done, I can click on replace. So that pan was there, it is replaced with can. If everything I want to replace at once, I can click on replace all. I'm just closing this. So that is replace. You have the select option, that is a selection pane which you can work with. The selection pane is on the right, you get where whatever objects are there on the slide, this will showcase you all that. So whichever shapes are there, you can see these names related to that. But if you want, you can also rename this by clicking inside this, and you can rename this as well. Title text. And once you type it, just press enter, then this will be name for that text as well. So all these naming, what you do, if you are having so many multiple objects on this slide and you are giving the animations to different objects, then identifying with the name would be very easy. So this is how you can use the selection pane. You can use them for arrangement also. If you want to not showcase this particular text which is there inside that, you can have the eye icon which is there. You can just click on that and it will hide that object. You have this icon which will help you to hide the object as well. So while you are preparing the slide, if other objects should not get disturbed while you're working on it, you can use the eye icon to switch them off. Yes, please. You can ask any other doubts you have. This is the time where we can spend on the Q&A part. Mostly we have seen all the options which we can use in the PowerPoint to make the presentation as much as possibly more creative, and also use all the options. One more interesting thing what we can do here is, let's come to the slide. Okay, this one. So let's add a text box. We will use format painter. Okay, so this is the text what I have. I'll just create copies of this pressing Ctrl D. I'm having these different copies of this. Let's say I have changed the text here to some other format, and I'm also applying some more things like, let's say, color. I'm giving it as, let's say, some more effect to this. So I can use this, select the box, and we go to Home tab, and we have the Format Painter. So when I click on the Format Painter and then click on another text, you can see that entire steps what I did for one particular text box, I can apply it at once by using the Format Painter. So I don't have to do all these steps all together. Let's say if I'm having multiple similar text where I want to apply them on different boxes, then double click on the Format Painter and then you can just go on clicking multiple times. Till the time you see this brush, you can just go on adding the format to different text box. And when you want to remove that brush icon, just press escape, it will remove that. So to bring that slides, and that is the current slide and previous slide, you have to use the slideshow option, which is called as presenter view. So on your keyboard, you can press Alt F5, Alt F5 on the keyboard. You can press Alt F5. So you will see the current slide and the next slide, which is going to come. So that is called as a presenter view. Start. So if you want to make any shape invisible, very simple way. Let's say on this slide, we are having these shapes. Out of this one shape, I want to make it invisible. This shape, I want to make it invisible. Just select the shape, go to shape format, select the shape fill, make it no fill. Select the shape outline, make it no outline. So that shape is still there, but it's not present. And when you do the slideshow, you will not see that shape at all. Only the other shapes will be visible. So you can use that using the option of making the shape fill and shape outline as no fill, so that you are able to make that shape invisible. Also, there is another way, like if you select this object and in your selection pane, you can click on that eye which is there. Then also that particular shape gets invisible. So when I do my slideshow, that shape will not be shown there at all. It will not be there. So that also is the way you can do it. Dictate option. So let's first add a text box. I'll see if it works. Dictate. So it's dictate has started, and I can see that it has started understanding my voice and it has started typing into this text box. So you need to first create a text box and then you can start using the dictate option. Just click on it and it is going on typing automatically as I go on speaking. Till the time I stop the dictation, it was just going on typing the text. So it's a fantastic option. If you don't want to type, you can just go on speaking and speaking and it will go on typing and typing. So that's what I stop here for dictation. I can just press escape, or I can click here. So as I click back on that same button, the dictation stops. So before, earlier when I was trying it, it was not recognizing my voice because I had never synced it. So right now it has synced it and it is able to do the dictation. So I'll repeat one more time. What to do here is you can just add a text box in the insert option, or in the home tab you have the text box. Just draw the text box. Once the cursor is blinking inside the text box, click on dictate. As the dictation option is on, you can speak and you can see the text typing is automatically going on. Once it understands your voice, it will go on typing it and typing it. But the only drawback of this dictation is that it does not put any punctuations like full stop or a comma or apostrophe. It just go on typing randomly. So there is nothing what you can do for this. So some places it has put the full stop and comma, but it is not just giving us the exact thing how we can write it, how we do it in the normal typing. So it's a good option, right? Immediately want to type something so much, then you can just go on speaking up and you can see that how much text, whatever I'm speaking, it's going on writing everything. And but then editing the entire text for the punctuation would be a difficult task for you. Rest all thing is fine. If you want to type small text, then this would be a good option to do that as well. I hope you understood how to use the dictation option. And then click back on that button and we'll stop the dictation. Yes, please. So I hope you are enjoying this learning path from ExcelR, the everyday learning, what we are doing it. And we are happy to do this. It's a fantastic thing where you all get benefit of learning each day with something new and helping you to improve your skills, what you do learn every day from us. Yes, please. If anyone has any more questions, anything which you want to ask related to PowerPoint, you can ask. Tomorrow we'll be having starting with the Microsoft Word. Today we are completing Microsoft PowerPoint. So we'll be having few sessions for Microsoft Word where you will learn about Microsoft Word. Yes, please ask your doubt. So replace option will help you to replace the text which is there in your presentation. So there are, if let's say there are multiple words which are there in the entire presentation, it is difficult for you to do it manually by going in each slide. So let's say I go to replace option and say I want to replace the word painter and I want to replace that with paint. And you can click on replace all or first do find next. So you will see that it is showing painter here. And then I click on replace all. You will see all the painter will be replaced with paint. So it says there are 4 replacements made. Okay, I'll do that dictation one. So first is you have to add a text box. Once you add the text box, you will see that cursor is blinking here. Then click on the dictate button. As you click on the dictate button, it will start listening to you and it will start on typing. Till the time you are speaking, it will go on typing the text for you. The only thing is it is not going to add up your full stop or the other punctuations which are there like comma, apostrophe and all that. So this is how the dictation will work for you, where you want to randomly type in text, then you can edit it and make it perfect grammatically. So there is a question when we use PowerPoint and how it is useful to us. See, PowerPoint is an application. Earlier, when it was introduced, it was entirely focused on the part of presentation, that you create presentations and you present it. Either you are a professional or you are an entrepreneur or a student, you use the PowerPoint to present your topic using the slides which are created. Now, the important point here is that when you are working and using the PowerPoint, it's a tool for you to enhance your presentation while you want to show something to the audience. Because when I'm speaking to the audience, I just go on speaking something without showing anything onto the screen. Sometimes it may be not be engaging for the audience, because not every speaker is able to engage the audience throughout. So there has to be something on the screen to show, and which would be in sync with the speech what we do, so that sometimes the PowerPoint presentation is really effective in terms of connecting with the audience, showing something which you are speaking about and that really relates. And as showing pictures or anything like text points, it will make the audience remember things what you were trying to say. So that's a connect which helps for the PowerPoint. And also PowerPoint has over a period of time improved in much more dimensions, wherein you can not only create the creative slides, you can create different um, small things like Instagram post, Facebook post, or any other social media post you want to create. You can use this application for that as well. You can add media to this, you can create videos out of this, you can do animations with this, you can do so many things in PowerPoint now, and that will really enhance in terms of whatever you want to showcase to the audience, and you can make it more creative and entertaining with this as well. So this application has a lot of things to do. Thank you, Sundar, for this, wonderful words from you. And I really appreciate all the participants who have been attending for all the sessions and learning from us. And it is really great to see people in such large numbers attending this session. Now, still we are coming up with more things. So tomorrow we have the session where we are starting with Microsoft Word. So please do attend that session as well. And it would really help you to improve the skills on Microsoft Word as well. Dictate, yes, if you are using the dictate option, it will try to understand each and every word which is there. And this works like the, when you're typing something on your mobile, there is that autocorrect option. Similar to that, the dictate works. So it is similar to how you are typing on, let's say, WhatsApp messages. And there you see that it automatically corrects that word if the spelling is wrong, or it may underline that wrong spelling which is there. So dictate is similar to that application. It goes on correcting it as you go on typing it. But yes, definitely you need to check whether whatever you were dictating, it has typed it correctly or no. So you cannot entirely dependent on this dictation. It is very important to check the entire text before you present this onto the final presentation. So this entire journey of our PowerPoint, we have explored this application in depth, and I believe that once you keep on practicing and taking different assignments, creating different presentations for PowerPoint, It will help you enhance your creativity and the skills required for the PowerPoint. The more you use it, the more you will understand the application in much better way. So keep on practicing. It will really help you to improve the skills. So any other questions from anyone, you can ask me. Okay, so we'll meet tomorrow at the same time, and we're going to start with Microsoft Word. So here we will close the session, and the PowerPoint session we have completed, and we will be starting from tomorrow the Microsoft Word. So we'll meet you tomorrow. Thank you so much everyone for joining in and having practice with us on this session of Microsoft PowerPoint. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.